I don't believe everyone should be alive to have a purpose, because if I had a purpose, my purpose is to just chill out and have fun. I want the audience that cares about what I got going on in my life, you know? I want the nosy people. Where the nosy people at? But there came a point where it's like, okay, how many days do you need off? Like, how many excuses are you gonna make? I dropped out of college, and I think she deserved better. Not than me though, because I was gonna be the best, but welcome back to my channel, guys. Ooh, I became Australian for a second. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's Laniece Arielle, and I just wanted to talk to you guys today and give y'all an update. I think that I want this video to be a Q&A because I asked you guys some questions a few months ago and I did not make a video about that. I don't really mind. Ooh, I forgot that I put my hair in a hair tie. Hold on, I'm stuck. I'm just gonna update you guys on my life. The way that I'm inconsistent, the least I could do is share my business with you guys. The way that my skin glows immediately after I quit a job, I'm not meant to work. Anyways, cue the sexy skincare routine. Now I'm gonna moisturize my tattoo. I got a tattoo on my arm, wrist, hand, arm/hand, and I got one on my butt. And I recorded that and I reposted that, so I'm just gonna add the little throwback in so you guys can see a little bit of the process. Okay, now we're back. Okay, let's see, which question do I want to start with? Y'all see me getting ready, but really though, I'm getting ready to go to this interview because I quit my job like last week and I can't be unemployed for too long. So I said ask me some questions and somebody said just talk about life itself. I was really just taking a break from social media. Like, I haven't been consistent on TikTok, I haven't been consistent on Instagram, and I haven't been consistent on YouTube. Of course, like, that's not a surprise. I'm always inconsistent on YouTube. But from now on, I really I got this camera. This camera was $750. And it was like $50 off because I guess they were having this discount for that day. And I ended up getting the camera for $700, but plus taxes and stuff, it came out to like $750, right? So, because I have this camera and I bought an iPad literally the same day too, so I spent like almost $1,200, $1,300 that day. So it's like, if I'm spending all this money, I have to make use of it. Like, I have lights, I have tripods, like I have all the equipment, but those were like not expensive. So it's like I could live with like losing out on that money. But $700, baby, I cannot lose out on that money. I need a return on that investment. I sound like I run stocks and stuff. No. Anyways, I wasn't consistent on Instagram. I wasn't consistent on any social media platforms. I haven't been consistent because I was in college and finishing up the semester. Not really finishing up the semester, but more so like trying to get through the semester. College was really like kicking my ass. I was just like really struggling mentally. Anything that has to do with college, it's really hard to get past that. I was trying to do college and social media at the same time. It was really hard. Like, the only thing that I was really like consistent really with was hair sponsorships or hair promotions, because I wasn't working during the semester and I needed pocket change. And then also fall 2022 semester, I was like not in school. Like, I had took a semester off. So I was just living life and I still wasn't working, which I should have been doing. I really just wasn't serious. I wasn't taking anything serious. I was making too many excuses. Basically, I just was in a slump. Like, I didn't know what the next step was, because I was getting known and recognized and blowing up pretty much all of the end of 2022. But after that, I didn't know what to do from there because like I was pretty much just the girl with the pink locks, and I had no idea what the next step was from there because like I liked being known for that. Like it was an era, okay? I kind of didn't want to be known for just that. Like I know that I have more to offer, but I'm slowly trying to, I guess I didn't know what to do with the shift and like trying to like break out of that specific category. Like I wanted to be known for more than that. Like I want to do lifestyle content, I want to vlog, I want people to get to know me more than just my hair. Pretty much my mental health wasn't the best, so I was just like in a state of just like not wanting to do anything. And then on top of that, I went back to school in spring semester 2023, so like that just added to the stress. There was a lot in my like personal family situation going on. I cut family members off. I feel like there was not a lot of people around me, well, the people that I cut off, I don't think they really had my best interest. They were not really like proud of me when I did good things. I won't say they were the thing that was holding me back, because the thing that was holding me back was myself. I was making excuses as to why I wouldn't post today, but am always team put yourself first. Do what you have to do to make sure your mental health is intact, because life is hard. And so I handle myself with grace. If I need a day off, I'm gonna take that day off. But there came a point where it's like, okay, how many days do you need off? Like how many excuses are you gonna make? Because you're just falling more and more into that slump. I was on a plateau and not progressing. I was losing followers on TikTok, which I didn't really care about, but I was losing followers on TikTok. And I know that I'm gonna keep losing followers on TikTok because the people that follow me on TikTok are more so people that want to talk about me and my locks. But like I want the audience that cares about what I got going on in my life, you know? I want the nosy people. Where the nosy people at? I was really in a state of like not making progress. And that added on to the like, okay, I really don't know what I want to do because I dropped out of college. The people called me asking about my housing situation because I paid for housing for next semester. They called me and they was like, are you coming back? And I said no. People was not happy. People was like, okay, so what you got going on? What you gonna do? And I told them I got a plan. And so the stress kept adding up because I have a plan, but it's like obviously no plan goes the way that you want it to go. So now I'm confused. Okay, I don't know what I should do. Like I'm not seeing any progress because there's no progress. I'm not doing anything. So it's just like I was just nervous. Like, okay, how am I going to take the next steps? So I just impulsively bought a camera, bought an iPad to edit on, and I'm really just gonna force it. I'm going to force myself to do what I gotta do. So that was pretty much the update on my life. There's a lot of things that I needed to do as far as growing up, because I feel like since I don't have a father figure in my life anymore, I am doing things on my own. My mom, she didn't really learn how to do things. Of course, like if you have a man that's doing it, like you're not gonna do it. I feel like I'm adulting on my own. I went out on my own and got my own credit card, and my credit is building slowly but surely. And I'm so excited. Like I'm adulting. I'm saving up for a car currently, and hopefully within the next month I'll have it and I will film the whole process, because I feel like there's not a lot of videos that show the step-by-step process, especially when it comes to doing it pretty much on your own. So that's really just the update on life. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm trying to become an adult, even if it has to be like teaching myself. Okay, let's go to the next question. What time is it? 11:50. So I have a little bit less than an hour to get ready because my sister's friend is gonna pick me up to go to my interview. Lifestyle choices and why you made them. So I think I am just gonna put you on my business, because I feel like once I revealed on TikTok why I cut certain people off, I was getting a lot of like positive response, and I was hearing a lot of people saying thank you for like sharing this, because you know there's some people that I think that I really need to cut off, and I was just like scared, and basically like telling me like thank you for like sharing this because this is helping me, and like I think that it's time for me to now cut off people in my life that need to be cut off. I've made the decision to like cut off anybody that just doesn't have my best interest, that doesn't care about me, that doesn't care to keep the relationship. And I'm mainly speaking about family right now. I feel like I was the only person putting in effort in both of these relationships. I was the one that was having to let things go in order for us to like keep being close, I guess. So as far as like my sister, like she has never apologized to me ever. So even when she knew she was wrong, and me and my sister's relationship, I was really the only one that was pretty much putting in effort. I was the only one that's ever came back to apologize. I was the only person that like, basically the things that she does to me, I would never do to her. And the only way I would do it to her is if she triggers me to do it to her. And it's because she did it first. Like, I really think there was like some type of whatever issue she had with me, like she had that issue with me and I didn't have an issue with her. Something triggered her and she basically went off and we got into a whole altercation and I cut her off as a result of that. This time I refused to be the bigger person. Hold on, my mom's calling me. Hello? Yes?
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I think I should add just a teeny bit of powder. Mom wanted me to order stuff for her because I really just do be the plug. Like, I'm the only person that be having Amazon Prime. I'm the only one with the gym membership. Like, people really just be taking advantage of me. And I let them like a dummy. No, I'm just kidding. I never let people take advantage of me, and you shouldn't too. What was I even talking about? Like, that's how you know she really distracted me. We're gonna get into the dating side of these questions because y'all just love being in my business, and I enjoy telling y'all. As far as dating, I haven't dated since last year, since like November of last year, and that was when I was talking to someone. And it just didn't work out. So I haven't dated since. Like, I tried. I'm done trying, okay? Like, I'm not dating nobody. I kind of don't want to. I'm in the point in my life where I should just be focusing on getting like my career and my wannabe social media career, bro. But like, nah, this really be paying the bills, the key. If it wasn't for social media, I would have been broke. And I'm not big balling now, but it did help me get through not getting a job for like almost a year. Like, and then when I did get a job, I quit both of them. I got a job as a server at Red Robin. I worked there for 2 weeks. I quit. And then I got another job. I went right back to Amazon. I told Amazon I was not gonna talk to them again. Like, I broke up with Amazon a while ago, and you know, they just so convenient that I went back. And so I went back to Amazon just to quit again like 5 weeks, 6 weeks later. Social media really like did the thing when it came to, see, the question was about dating. Why am I talking about jobs? I think that men just, I don't know. Like, I would date anyone, but as far as like, I think my main demographic is men just because they approach me first. So they would approach me and like say all these things. They would be like, yeah, like, I want a wife. I'm looking for this, this, and that. Like, I want a woman. Just to not even act like they want to be in like just a relationship at all. Like, they don't even act like they would say all these things. They tell you what you want to hear and they don't really mean it, and they show that really quickly. So I'm chatting with them for like 2 to 3 days and I ghost them because I don't play like that. I'd rather you waste like 2 days of my time than like a few months for literally no reason. I'm not dating, and it's at this point it's by choice because I'm not dumb. I'm not saying that people that are dating are dumb, but it's just like I don't overlook the very tiny things. Like, the very tiny things is like, if the texting is off, I already know like I don't want to talk to you because now I know your communication is just bad. If you don't text me all day, you just like text me as if nothing, as if like everything's all good, and no. And that's why I'm single. And I know there's somebody that's gonna be like, you're gonna be single their whole life. I'd rather that than be like trying to get somebody to talk to me. Hell no. Nope. Okay, so that leads to like this other question that kind of has to do with relationships, and that is the idea of the one when it comes to like relationships. So I guess like someone that's your soulmate, someone that is just your person. I don't believe in the one. I believe in the ones, okay? Because me personally, even though my dating life is garbage, it's boo-boo, it's caca, it's sewage water, I feel like there's some people that I don't regret like ever talking to, or there's some people that like I've enjoyed my experience with, and I feel like at that point in my life I really need them. I have no regrets. Honestly, I would do it all over again because it was never that serious, but I think they served their purpose in that period of my life. So if I have multiple the ones, I would be grateful for that. I'm not saying that's better than just having one partner for your whole lifetime, but it's still, me personally, I feel like I've had the one more than once, and my official the one is gonna come later. So there are the ones, okay? But some people have the one. He also said the difference between living and being alive. There is a huge difference between that, because I feel like currently I'm just alive. I feel like I'm really not content with how life is going right now. I want to do my lips. That's what I want to do. I'm not content with how my life is going. I'm not content with progress that I've made in the past year. I'm not content with a lot of things, but I am alive. I'm breathing. My heart is normal. My heart is beating. So I am currently alive. But am I living? No, because living to me is traveling frequently. Living to me is doing what you love consistently. Living to me is like being fulfilled with your life. And I feel like I haven't gotten to that point. Once I have that feeling of contentment, then I'll be living. So I feel like that is what living is being content, traveling, experiencing things, like just being. Because I don't think that it's normal that we have to like literally kill ourselves just to put dinner on the table. I think that's very weird, but you know, it is what it is, so you just have to work with it. And like, as unfortunate as it is, and like capitalism and like taxes and stuff, it is what it is. There's really nothing I can do about it. I'm not about to become the president to change it. Like, someone else can do that, but I am not leader material. Yeah, so there's a huge difference between the two. One is just like breathing, the other one is actually like having, I don't want to say having a purpose, because I don't believe everyone should be alive to have a purpose, because if I had a purpose, my purpose is to just chill out and have fun. How to let go of your past self and step into becoming who you are. So letting go of your past self, hold on, let me do my lips real quick because I gotta focus. I feel like letting go of your, ooh, I hate when it does that. Stop doing that. I feel like letting go of your past self definitely has to do with letting go of past trauma. When you let go of past trauma, and I'm speaking because like into future, because I haven't let go a lot of past trauma, and I feel like once I am in a better environment as far as like getting my own place and stuff, then like I will be on the road to letting go of past trauma. But there's a lot of triggers in past trauma which can trigger you to stay still. Stay still as in continue to be your past self, continue to present past behaviors that you don't want to keep doing. So I think that just like getting rid of triggers, getting rid of people if need be, getting rid of, not rid of past trauma, but coming to terms with this is what happened and all I can do now is move on. That to me is healing and helping to not really get rid of past trauma, but heal the past trauma and get over it. Not get over it, but like move past it. That is how you step into your newer self, who you truly want to be, I guess you could say. As much as I want to be a good person, a person with a good heart, I find that I have a lot of triggers from my past that just like hold me. I harbor a lot of resentment and hate in my life because there's past triggers and childhood trauma that like has me like filled with a lot of hate. And I think that negative energy that I'm harboring is stopping a lot of my like progress and hindering me from a lot of self-growth. So as much as I want to think that I'm a good person, I know that I have triggers. I know that I have a short temper. My attitude is never perfect. Basically, once you heal everything that you need to heal and move forward, you will start becoming who you want to become. Okay, someone said, why do you think you need therapy and what is stopping you from getting it? Based off everything that I've explained to y'all so far, we know why I need therapy. Like, there's a lot of childhood trauma, there's a lot of triggers, there's a lot of like things that I've dealt with growing up that has just followed me into my adulthood, and I really don't know how to navigate through that on my own. And so I genuinely think that therapy is going to help me. I think that it's going to help me to move forward and heal. Yeah, that's why I need therapy. I think everybody, like, even if you are very positive and life is going great, I still think that it's worth a try. Just because you could have something that you don't even know that triggers you. One little session wouldn't hurt anybody. So I think everybody should get it, especially the Black community. We have a lot of unhealed things and we ignore mental health so bad that I think like we should put more emphasis on getting the help that you need. The thing that's stopping me from getting therapy though is being in the environment where you know, most of the trauma happened. So I've lived in this house for since I was 1. I'm 22 years old right now, right? So I've lived in this house for 21 years, right? There has been so much trauma that has happened in this house for me personally. Living with the people that I live with, they all still live here. So I'd rather just wait until I'm in my own space with less negative energy. That way, like, when I do get my therapy, I can come back home and not like be triggered, you know? Because I feel like it would be pointless to like stay in an environment that still triggers you and try to get help and then come right back to that environment. And then I think a lot of therapy is online as well, so like being in the environment while trying to get the help that you need, I don't think that would work out for me. So I'm really just waiting to move out, and the goal is to move out by the end of the year, but we will see. But the ultimate goal right now is to get a car, and I will get a car within the next month. Hopefully. Okay, how do you handle a breakup in a positive way? How do you cope with anxiety and depression? So that was 2 different questions from the same person. My sister's best friend is on his way to pick me up for this interview, and he said he was 5 minutes away. Boy, I'm not ready, and I'm still gonna finish this video. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've only had 2 breakups before, and the first breakup was back in high school. It was like a bad breakup, low-key. Like, it was actually a really bad breakup. I mean, not really. It was just like more so, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done trying to get you to communicate with me, so let's just break up. That's how that breakup ended. And then like I ended up like having a whole meeting with him and his parents and stuff, and I still didn't even get the closure that I needed. Still haven't to this day, still haven't. And you know, I don't care for it anymore because I've moved on, I guess. Like, I've moved on from that situation. These earrings are so cute. Like, they're so cute. I would say, as far as breaking up in a positive way, if the breakup wasn't bad, like if there was just something he wasn't doing that you would prefer a person to do, because that's the main reason I cut people off, is because they're not treating me the way that I would like to be treated. Not saying that they're bad people, and not saying they were treating me like garbage, but they, you know, the communication would be off, and I'm not gonna force you to communicate with me. If you don't want to communicate, then, you know, find someone that likes people that don't communicate well. Or like find someone that deals with, you know, people that don't really communicate well. But like, I'm not gonna be the one to deal with you while your communication is boo-boo. That sounds bad, but it's like, it's true. Like, and I'm not shaming people that do that, but I'm not gonna be the lesson, okay? Like, someone else gonna be that lesson, but it's not gonna be me. You know, my ultimate goal is always to not be the lesson, because baby, I done learned my lesson already. I couldn't change no man, okay? And I tried and it didn't work, and I did not need nobody else to like show me that I can't change no man. So if the breakup isn't bad, as far as like y'all just weren't compatible, then the easiest thing to do really, or the easiest way to like navigate that through is like, okay, they couldn't give me what I wanted, and that's fine, because would I really be happy, you know, sticking around with someone who didn't care to fulfill my needs? You know, and that sounds bad, but it's like, it's true. Like, if you really wanted somebody and you would like compromise, and not really compromise, because I'll be damned if I compromise, shoot. Especially if it's something that I like, nah, I'm really not gonna compromise that, my morals for a man. But if it's something that like, you know, if I'm telling you, if you like me, I'm telling you what I would like you to do. Ooh, no way. And I'm telling you what I would like you to do in order to like keep me happy in this relationship, and you refuse to do it, then you don't really care to keep me. It's like, would I really stay with someone and deal with them for the sake of like not being single and like dealing with them, and they can't even fulfill my basic simple needs like communication and like telling me what you got going on for the day and why you couldn't text back in 2 hours? That are, you know, little stuff. So it's like, if you can't fulfill the little stuff, what makes you think that they're gonna fulfill the when it counts, you know? And even the little stuff counts, but when it really counts, like, will they really be there for you? No. So it's like, you really got to think of that, like, okay, this person, like, even though I wanted to keep them around, I just can't, because they weren't gonna give me what I needed at the end of the day. So that's really how you look at it positively. Like, look at it like you dodged a bullet, because you did, okay? Begging someone to do the basic little things is not fun, and never do it. Please don't do it. Okay, your first woman-loving woman relationship / situationship and how you recovered / healed. This one is good. Okay, my sister friend is here. This one, let me give y'all the tea, okay? Cause it was really no tea really, cause nothing really happened, but it was like, yeah, I know. I told him to just come in with. Dang, I look good. Okay. So let me really get into that. Back in 2021, this was like fall semester 2021. I been knew that, you know, I never really like had a situation where I was talking to someone. And so I got into the semester, she had made a little post and I flirted and you know, I got that number, period. Cause you know, I just like, the Riz is crazy. But yeah, I got her number and we started talking. And it was good at first, but like, no, I could already tell it wasn't going, like, you know, but I was giving it chances because, you know, I don't know, she got more chances because she was fine. We was talking and, you know, she had a lot going on. Like, literally the first day that we had started talking, or the first time that we met in person, she had a death in her family, so like she was going through a lot. Like, people was calling her while I was there. I was like, do you want me to go home? No, she was like, no, you can stay, like, it's okay. And so people was calling her while I was there, and like she was crying on the phone. Like, I was like, okay, maybe I should have just went home. I stayed and we was talking for like a month after that, and then basically like throughout the whole month it was just like the communication was just not good. Like, I know she was going through a lot, and like I will always, like, I was telling her, like, I will be here for you for sure. Like, if you need anybody to talk to, you know, I'm here for you to talk to. But like, even so, she still never took the opportunity, because I know she didn't know me like that. Cool. But it's like, if I'm talking to you, it's like, wouldn't you want me to be there for you, you know? So it's like, some people heal or deal with things differently, and I completely understood that. But me personally, like, some people will like thug it out and like stick around through stuff like that. I'm not going to, because it hurt me that like she wasn't making time for me. It's like, it was not the right time, pretty much. And even so, after that, like, we still tried to be friends. First of all, this situation kind of hurted me because no man has ever made me cry. Outside of my like high school ex, I never really cried over a person that I was like dealing with. Girl, I was bawling my eyes out. I was crying, like, I was hurt. But at the same time, it's like, I kind of gotta like leave you alone. And so even so, like, after that, we tried to be friends, and it felt the same way. Like, it felt like I was begging her to like reach out to me and like rely on other people. Like, you don't always have to go through things alone. I want to be someone that you can rely on and talk to when you're going through things, and she just wasn't letting me be that. So I was like, okay, I feel like we're fighting for something that's just not there, or that's just not gonna work out. Like, we're prolonging this. Like, I think we should just stop communicating at all. And so we stopped talking to each other. She recently reached out to me like a month or two ago, and she just asked how I was doing, and then I texted back like, hey, like, how are you? I hope you're doing good. No response. So it's just like, I don't know, like, I feel like the communication is still off, like, or she's just, maybe it's just a terrible texter, I don't know. But it's like, I don't know, don't text me and then I text you back and then you don't text back. Like, just leave it, just let's stay no contact. So it's all love for her though. Like, she was very beautiful, very like humble, she was a very sweet soul, and I think she deserved better. Not than me though, because I was gonna be the best, but let's be for real. Like, I think she deserves all good things that come her way, but I just like couldn't be there for her in the way that I wanted to, and so I just had to let her go. And how I healed from that pretty much was I moved on. Like, we didn't talk for too long. I didn't like move on as in like another person is not what I'm talking about, but like move on as in like just life goes on. Like, I'm gonna keep it pushing and do my thing. That's how I pretty much navigated that. It wasn't really like a whole healing process because, like, yeah, that situation hurt me, but it wasn't to the point where like I was just heartbroken, you know, even though like I really did like her. But I think that I'm done. Wait, I think I want to answer one more question. There was some questions that I answered the first time that like I kind of like, this is why I recorded it again, because like there's some things that I just don't want to get into that I think my opinions about should just stay on the low. This question is, why Black men are being criticized for being more feminine with their with their partner. I don't know about the with their partner, but like men being more feminine in general, I see that being criticized so much. Like I literally saw this video. It was like a random opinions or like unpopular opinions, and it was basically like men like paint their nails. Okay, so I hate when people open up spaces for people to be homophobic to black men, right? So you can say one opinion, people are going to interpret it a different way and make it homophobic for some reason. So I watched the video was like, why do black men criticize women and just like hate black women and telling black women that they're so masculine and yada yada yada, but they paint their nails, which is a more feminine thing to do. And so that point is very valid. I agree. Why do men hate women's masculinity, but specifically black men, but like paint their nails, which is a feminine thing to do? And I think that's another thing, me personally, like I still think that's a form of self-expression, but I do agree that women do it more. That video opened up a space for women to be homophobic. Like women were like, yeah, like when men have their nails painted, like that's just a turn off for me. Why though? It's nail art. Was it really that serious? Like why? Explain to me thoroughly as to why that turns you off. It's because it's feminine. Okay, so that opens up that literally is giving me, I don't date bisexual men. Like that's what it's giving me. That space is full of women that wouldn't date bisexual men, which is fine. You don't have to, but shut up. You know, like just shut up about it, you know? Like nobody cares, then don't do it. You can feel that way and just not do it and shut up. That's really what it was. Like the commentator wasn't being homophobic, but she opened up a space for people to be homophobic. And I think that's really weird. Like I think that's or like just like, you know, check people when they're trying to be homophobic in your comments, because me personally, like if I accidentally open up a space for people to be homophobic, I would check that real quick. Because I hate homophobia. I hate biphobia. As someone who being biphobic towards me, I don't take that lightly. So I would never open a space for people to do so in my platform. I feel like black men are often criticized for being more feminine or living in their femininity, but it's like women, or we don't like men like criticizing us for being masculine, so I don't think we should criticize them for being more feminine and like living in their femininity, because I think there is a balance, or should be a balance, that is like healthy, and we shouldn't criticize them for like wanting to express through like nail art, because what else can they do? Like if a man even talks a certain way, one of my childhood friends, she basically asked if one of my friends was gay because their voice was high. That was a very ignorant question. And then I had an ex, and she was like, so did you think my ex was gay? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, why? Because of his voice? And then she was like, yeah. And I think that's very ignorant. So I think that like even like things men can't control, I feel like they're like automatically judged and criticized for that, and I don't like that. Like that's very weird. Look, I don't take anti-LGBT or just like ignorant stuff about it lightly, so that, I don't say triggered me, but it just made me like side-eye, like girl. No, they didn't really ask a question. I guess they just wanted me to talk about it. Yeah, I'm against, like, I don't like when men are being criticized for being feminine, because this is only a thing between for the black community. White women, they date the bi men, they date the trans men, they don't really care, but it's just black women that would never do that, and that's fine, but like don't be homophobic, transphobic, biphobic about it, you know? So like we don't have these issues in other communities. It's really just the black community, and we really hold our own selves back. And I think that like once we come together like we did in that Montgomery brawl, then like we'll make progress, but until then, no. I think that was the last question that I want to answer. This video is gonna be long because I had a lot to say, and that's fine. It should be easy editing. I'm probably not gonna do a part 2 because the questions I didn't answer were questions that I just wasn't comfortable putting my opinion on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, I'm gonna try to post more. I'm gonna try to post more consistently. I'm gonna try to vlog more. But yeah, that was the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and like and comment so that you can keep seeing me. And yeah, bye.